Hi, I'm Ellis Coase, the creator of Against the Odds, a new multimedia documentary project. I hope you enjoy this short video excerpt, which is taken from the program. From a one-room shack in a desert hell to the hallowed halls of Princeton University. This is the story of a young man who, in doing the improbable, inspired others to believe they could do the same. January 1991. Somalia's president, Mohammed Siad Barre, is overthrown after a 4-week battle in Mogadishu. A country of 6.5 million, largely nomadic herders, plunges into civil war. Abass Hassan Mohammed is 9 years old.
In 1991, armed men would force their way into our house and interrogate my father. My family fled from Somalia to Kenya in February 1992 because we feared for our own security.
Before Abass's family could flee, his father was picked up.
I was taken to a military camp 14 kilometers from the town. On the way, they told me, "Today is your last day in this world. You're going to be killed." It was after that I was convinced.
Convinced that the country was collapsing, and that, as a member of a minority clan, he would always be a target.
We carried anything of our belongings that we could carry on our backs. Anything that was not important, we left behind.
Exhausted, dehydrated, broke, the father begged friends and relatives for money to get them to the border. When they arrived in the Kenyan desert, Hassan Mohammed fell to his knees and prayed.
I said instead of taking my children where I could get money, I would prefer to go to a place where all of my children can get an education. That was a prayer I made.
In the camp was very, very difficult. So the family was entirely dependent on what the United Nations Refugee Agency and the World Food Program were giving to us as handouts. Whatever food we were given was never enough.
He was raised in one of the world's most barren refugee camps, without running water, without electricity, with the most primitive educational system imaginable.
Our home was made of the plastic sheet provided by the UN that covers a few twigs that have been joined together using ropes, and people sleep on a mat which is laid on the ground.
Abass's father set up a kiosk in the market selling sugar, tea, vegetables, whatever he could get his hands on.
At night, you can't move out of your houses because bandits, or what they call shifters, roaming around trying to prey on people.
One night, the shifters came.
My family was raided by 3 bandits. They came at 7 p.m. and pointed gun at everyone, ordering everyone to lie flat on his chest on the ground.
One of the gunmen told Abass, "I already killed your father and mother. I will kill you if you don't tell me where the money is."
They came in and flashed a light on my face and then dragged me from bed and threw me on the ground, kicking me, punching me.
The family's loss amounted to about $90. The experience confirmed a key lesson for Hassan Mohammed. Life without freedom was unremittingly harsh, and freedom, for someone like him, only came through education. In 2003, Abass Hassan Mohammed took the exam for the Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education. He ranked first in the northeastern province of Kenya and 8th in the entire country. A professor visiting from Princeton thought he might be Ivy League material.
This professor, he sent us Princeton application forms. I've never heard of Princeton then. I just knew it was just a school in the US, and that was all. You can imagine my joy when I read the fact that I was given admission and full financial aid.
This is Ellis Coase. The program is Against the Odds.